SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom. If I recall correctly, I still need to find a bubble frog in this cave, don't I? By the way, sorry about the sound issues last time. I have been doing some tests and I haven't found anything evidently the problem, which is not great as far as I'm concerned, because I'd much rather be able to point at something and be like, yeah, this caused it. But I have nothing like that. So, I guess we're kind of stuck. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Sorry. Oh, right. Well, so the problem here is I'm on the other side of a lava thing, which I technically got across with a chunk of rock that, of course, despawned while I was in the, trial, shrine, thingy. Yeah, that one. I honestly wonder if it might not be easier if I just, like, go back through this cave, through the front door of this cave and search it that way. Because unless it's in this chamber right here, like behind a lava flow, which I guess is possible, but seems unlikely. I feel like one time I tried to check out the source of a lava waterfall and it turned out to be nothing at all, didn't it? That really looks like that's not passable. Like, there is a little space there, but it's not the size of a link body. Okay, listen, I'm just gonna, excuse me, wait. That's the shrine I just did. Of course there's not another shrine in the area. Oh, boy. Okay, well, then I guess I need to go back across. Well, give me a second to do that. It's really not over here, is it? Man, that would be convenient if it was. No, of course it's not. Okay. Just get out one of these. Don't not get into lava. Nice. Thank goodness for Ultra Hand. There we go. Okay. And then we need one of these. Probably not. Probably don't do it here. Let's see here. In retrospect, I probably could have used auto build to make one of these out of nothing, but I didn't. And so that's fine. Oh, nice. Okay. So now we just sort of have to aim it where I want to go and hope for the best. Alright. Even though there's nothing. Okay, cool. Well. Now let's see if we can actually find that thing so I can leave this cave and never come back again. Oh, right. It was the rock maze. I forgot about the rock maze. This is what I get for not recording for a couple days. Dang it. Alright. But there was a very nice piece of advice in the comments because I've had this thing... I've had this thing on me for a very long time, and I haven't been able to use it very effectively in combat. But of course, it would be really good for clearing rocks out like this sort of thing, because then I don't have to wait for a cooldown like I do with Yunobo. So, yeah, look at that. That's extremely convenient. I'm actually a little embarrassed I didn't think of that. Thank you very much, person in the comments, whose name I probably should have made a note of. Okay, so. Right, I'm using a really good hammer to break ore because I didn't go see fit to make Well, there it is. I didn't see fit to make a more easily accessible one. Don't know why. Hi. Are you just running away? Are your eyes red for some reason? Are they always red? They're probably always red, right? Probably that's just what a bubble frog looks like. Always? I'm guessing. Cool. I got it! Okay, cool. So then we can go somewhere else now. Hooray! Let me facilitate that. I had genuinely cleared out every direction of the rock maze except for the one that led to the bubble frog. Amazing. It's like I'm trying to do it wrong. Okay, now we're here. Hello here. Those trees sure are dead. I wonder what happened to kill those trees. Like, sure, this is an active volcano, but all the the lava has cooled, as mentioned by the Gorons. So, what is that? It looks Korok related, but do you just want me to shoot it? Because I can shoot it. I mean, once I get another bow out. Pow. Not like that, huh? Not like that, apparently. Okay. It looks like a big bobber. Oh. Okay. It's, like, plugged into that hole. You want me to just pull that out? I don't really understand why I would need to do such a thing, but I can try. Have I seen something like this before and I just forgot? What? What is this? It's got to be Korok related because it's weird and seemingly pointless on its own. Okay, so can I pick this up? I cannot pick this up. Just with Ultra Hand. And just yanking on it isn't enough, so I probably have to do a physics to it, huh? Okay. It's probably a simpler way to do it than get out a rocket and attach it to it and send it flying, but that's the only thought I've got right now. That's the wavelength my brain is on right now. That's probably not a good sign for the rest of the episode. Well, sometimes you work with what you got. Here. Have a rocket. And then we just sort of pow. Nice! That does seem to have done it. Alright, cool, thanks. I appreciate the Koroks having, consistent, visual patterns, you know? Like, even if there's something that shows up in the game that you've never seen before, as long as you've seen Korok stuff before, you can probably be like, yeah, that's a Korok thing. That's very thoughtful of them. Alright, so where am I and what am I actually doing? Probably nothing to do with that, huh? Probably nothing to do with that. I need to go to a lake. So I need to look at my map. Okay, so this is Garrow Pond over here. Cool. Lake Intinok on my left, with Braca Island over there. Now, technically, I need to get to Lake Verona, which is connected to Lake Intinok, in a fashion that almost suggests it's the same thing, but it's not. But now I'm curious about Braca Island. It specifically has a name, despite being a very small chunk of land. And that suggests to me there's probably some reason to go there. So I guess I'm going to go there? And we'll see if it was a good idea in the first place. Huh. That does look like a Korok puzzle. Hopefully they brought their own rocks and I don't have to take care of it myself when I get there. Guess we'll find out. Okay, so kind of a winding lakey pattern, but there is one rock missing. Now, does anybody have a rock I could use? Put right here. I can't carry it through water. Do I actually have to boat over my own pebble? No, it's right there. No, it's right there. No. It's right there. Okay. Now, where was that spot I was talking about? Right here? Yeah. There you go. How's that suit you? That's what I figured. Great. Hello. Thanks. That's kind of a traditional Korok puzzle, which I haven't seen a whole lot of. Well, when I say traditional, I mean they did that a lot in Breath of the Wild. And haven't seen a lot of that these days, which is probably as a result of me not looking around enough. Surprisingly enough, you'd think I would be looking around enough, considering how dang much time I spend on looking around and doing nothing. Alright. So this is Lake Intinok, and I need to get to the other lake. So I guess I'm going to work my way that direction. It would be smart to make a boat. It would be smart to make a boat. Sadly, not smart. And I did not bring a plank. And I mean, I could probably make one out of zonite. That is true. But I could also just sort of like struggle along through the shallows and splash around a lot and make a bunch of noise and attract the attention of all the locals, of whom there seemed to be none. I mean, there were those guys at that fort up top, but like, that's up top. They have better things to do than worry about people splashing around in Lake Antinok, I would imagine. I would imagine. It's not like they seem busy, though, Ganon's minions. Mostly they just sort of mill around and wait till I show up. And then they try to kill me. And then they usually fail. And then they respawn. And we all do this again next time. It's got to be a kind of a grueling life, you'd think, yeah? Are there actually... No. There are bubbles in this place because it's a hot spring. And that's the same reason that sizzlefin trout can live here, because they're adapted for such an environment. I wonder... Other places I've seen sizzlefins. Have I seen them in the wild? Aside from this right here? Presumably they need the water to be quite warm. So I can't imagine they could live anywhere outside of Eldin. Well, it seems it would be challenging anyway. If you're adapted to hot water, I can't imagine... I can't imagine that a fish that lives comfortably in a hot spring could live comfortably anywhere else. I mean, maybe they're just, like, massively adaptable. What do I know about it? Yes, hello? Oh, it's nighttime. Of course it is. Of course it is. I see you have a bow there, sir. Can I have it? I would like it. Yeah, good job, Yunobo. You sure showed him. Aiming point blank with a bow is stupid and silly. I should probably do something else. Here, just hit him with a stick. It's just a skeleton. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do a good job. It's a skeleton. There we go. That'll do fine. Now, can I have your bow? So I can, thank you. I thought it was a knight's bow, which was more appealing than a soldier's bow, but you know what? Not going to complain. Still got a bow. Hooray for bow. Alright. So that is a Hudson stash, I'm pretty sure. And that looks like a monster den of some sort. Alright. What was that all about? Oh, that was me healing up because there's a hot spring here. Wow, I would have felt really silly if I'd remembered afterwards. Like if I just kept running and I didn't dip back in. And then later remembered. Man, there are a lot of those around, huh? I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. They want to have enough of them around where you can comfortably get all the weapon and bow and shield slot upgrades that you're possibly going to need. After which, you can technically just start ignoring them. Which I have not been doing. Where am I? Okay, we're at the bridge between Intinok and Verona. Great. So, presumably, the place I need to go is not too far from here. Alright, where do you want to go, little guy? Explain yourself. Your friend got separated. Yeah. What do you mean? What? I guess there is a Hudson stash nearby. You just want me to make a boat, huh? Alright. Alright. I did say I should probably make a boat, so I guess I'm making a boat. Alright, sure. Force my dang hand, you Korok. I use your species name like it's an insult. I'm a very thoughtful person. Alright, what we got here? We got a oh, hey, we got a control stick. Well, that's nice. And we got one of these. Which I admit I haven't fully figured out the purpose of yet. I guess it's just a handy base if you don't have a plank nearby. But I do have a plank nearby. Now, would it be useful to do like this? Would that make it into kind of a hovercraft? Like I could Ride it on the land? That would be neat if so. It's not my top priority, but I'll test it out just in case, you know. Could be neat. Could be useful. My brain will not figure out this. There we go. I'm like, just keep spinning it. Hopefully something looks familiar soon. Hello. What you doing here? I'll talk to you in a second. I was just making a boat. Nothing suspicious going on here. This path is worrisome, you say. Maw of Death Mountain. That does sound worrisome. Aye.
Saba Saba.
Saba yourself, Thara Terra.
Ah.
The recent increase in monsters has made a mess of the Death Mountain path ahead. And the worst monsters of all are those grasping reddish-black ones that crawl along the ground. Oh! Yes, those are terrible. Agreed. One touch from them and you'll feel your life draining away. I recommend you give them a wide berth. Be careful out there. So even she doesn't know the official name of them, because they don't have an official name as far as I can tell. Alright, well... let me just go ahead and manipulate this invisible object onto my boat. Don't worry about it. Nothing untoward happening here. And into the lake with us. I was going to say I needed to line it up with my target, but of course I've got a stick on there, so I can actually steer. It's fantastic news. And this might be useful for just finding the cave I'm trying to get to in the first place, so... thank you, young Korok, for forcing my hand and making me build a boat. I'm pretty sure there's not such a thing as a young Korok, though. Maybe there are? I don't know. Are they some sort of... I mean, I know there's some sort of, like, nature spirit, right? So maybe as more nature is born, more Koroks are naturally born as well? Or maybe they're ancient and deathless and... because here's the thing. Koroks seem to be deathless, you know... I was going to say unless there's some sort of a disaster. But, like, there have been 2 disasters and the Koroks still seem to be around. So, I assume that Koroks can't die from normal expected causes. I believe this is what's happening because I put that little cart thing. I can't remember what they're called. The little flat thing with wheels on that I put underneath the boat. It probably got caught on the rocks just now. So I definitely made a bad call. But whatever. This is working out fine. What the heck was I even talking about? Right, Koroks. If they can't die and they can make more of them, I would imagine we'd be overrun with Koroks. Like, inconveniently overrun with Koroks. Then again, I do complain about how many Koroks I see with regularity. But I would think there would be even more than that, right? Like, if you could create more and you couldn't get rid of the ones that existed, I would imagine it would just be all Koroks all the way down. Just a solid, writhing mass of Koroks, which is a terrible mental image. Oh, would you come here? Tried to grab him by the body, I think. And theoretically, he's not an object. Just using the backpack. There's your friend. Yeah, it's true. There you go. Bye. Cool, thanks. Alright, back to the boat. Yeah. Okay. So, presumably I need a local cave. Let me check my quest text again. I can never remember which one that's on. There we go. Moon-gazing Gorons. Volcon and Trey want to go moon-gazing. They spoke of a place where you can see the full moon shining on the ground at midday, but they can't recall how to get there. They only know that it's at Lake Verona in Eldon Canyon. They might recall if they had a picture of the full moon shining on the ground during daylight. Well, it's not daylight now, which is probably a bad sign. The full moon shining on the ground. I mean, there were some luminous stones over there. You don't suppose that's what they meant, do you? I don't know why I assumed it would be a cave. But I definitely assumed it would be a cave. Maybe the actual text of their conversation mentioned a cave in some fashion? Oh, you know what? I'm going to strip that Zonite card off the back of this thing, because it has not been useful. Let's see here. Need to actually flip it all the way over. There we go. And then... get off of there. You have done me no good, but thank you for trying. Alright. What are you doing here? I'm busy! Come on, man. Could you do something about that, Unobo? Thank you, I appreciate you. Also, thank you for not getting me in the radius. Also helpful. I suppose, sage ghosts can't incinerate, which is convenient. Alright. Well, let's have a look around and see if there's an obvious place to be looking here. Day did just break, so... But I haven't seen anything particularly distinctive around the edges of this place, of this particular lake. Admittedly, I wasn't trying particularly hard. A higher vantage point would probably be useful for checking this out. This is the far end of the lake, right? It surely is. There's some stuff wedged in the cliff over here, but I suspect this is just, like, fallen rocks, you know? And that's an enemy fort. So, I mean, it could easily be something overlooking the lake, and not at the lake, not on the lake. Good job. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Well, let me take a little bit of a troll around and see if I can figure anything out. What's that? That is nothing in particular. That is a chunk of temple rock, presumably. Not temple, but like Sky Island rock. Okay. And so is that. And so is that. Huh. I mean, it could be that patch of luminous stone I saw. Would you... Man, they really got to make their lake deeper, I tell you what. I mean, it's a lake on a volcano, so I guess I can't complain too much. But I'm gonna! Okay, we're back at the Maw of Death Mountain, but as far as I could tell, that was just like a bridge that led to the mountain. And the fact that that one Gerudo lady walking by warned me about the Ganon hands does suggest that there are probably some around here. Although maybe she was just talking about the ones I ran into over here. Because that is pretty local. Well, that's the thing, though. Luminous stone doesn't glow during the daytime, so it can't be the luminous stone. So what are they talking about? Do I have to climb cliffs to get there? Do I have to? Man. At Lake Verona in Elden Canyon. Elden Canyon. Which is presumably just where I am right now, right? This whole place is Elden Canyon. So yes, I see. Okay. You know what it's probably going to be, right? It's probably going to be a situation where technically that Korok was supposed to guide me to the place I was trying to get to, but because the Korok was there, I immediately turned around and got back in the lake, assuming that my job here was done. Because that technically is still on the lake, and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere clambering in the rocks here. So maybe that's something I need to check out. You know what I need? Is a deployable boat that is always on my person. I need a paraboat. Like paraglider, but paraboat. I mean a boat that I can just hit a button and it pops out and I can just ride it around. I wonder if it just occurred to me that, like, theoretically I could probably put one of them Zonai carts on a shield and try and surf it on the surface. This is nothing. Ignore me. Is that a cave? It kind of looks like a cave, doesn't it? Oh, would you leave off? Come on, what are you doing here? Is the lava itself getting activated, like, animated by Ganon and just wants to kill me so bad that it grows eyes and hops around? Is that where choo-choos come from? That's a cave. There's a cave over there. Okay, that seems like a really likely place to find what I'm looking for. And I don't know how I missed it earlier when I was down this end of the lake, but I see it now. Hooray! I see it now. Let's go. I sure hope that's the place. It's got a hole in the ceiling, which suggests that, like, the sun coming through that hole is going to make a spot on the ground that looks like moonlight, and that's what I'm going to need to take a photo of? Maybe. Lake Verona Cave. It's also named after the lake that they were saying it was at, so that seems like a likely possibility. Oh, hey, look at that. I actually showed up at the perfect time. The absolute perfect time. Full moon shining down. Save to album? Yeah. I got it. I did it. I showed up at exactly the right time. Amazing. So apparently all that stalling I was doing outside, all according to plan. Hey. Hey. Yunobo? Yunobo. Please. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, I figured you'd be in here. I really need a better... I need to just make a really garbage club for clearing away rocks. But I keep not thinking about it. Are there any... rock. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Garbage club deploy. I mean, admittedly, it's made of wood, so I won't be able to use it much around here. But, garbage club deploy. All right. Give me that. Yeah. I said I would use Yunobo for all of this, but you know, explosions. They're dangerous, and they throw the stuff you're looking for all over the place, which is disadvantageous a lot of the time. So it didn't work out the way I was intending. There we go. If I find like a big cluster of ore all in one place, we could probably throw Yunobo in there and just like pick up the leavings, but for things like this, I feel like having a garbage stick is really all I need. There we go. Now, is it safe to assume that's all there is in this cave? Was the moon at midday and nothing else? Man, I really did come at exactly the right time, huh? And there are no shrines in the area that I've been seeing. Now, admittedly, I'm, you know, on the ground, so it's hard to see my surroundings particularly well unless I climbed up someplace like that, which would take some time, I tell you what. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just go tell them that I found the thing. Back to Goron City. Whee! Okay. There's absolutely a Korok in that bridge, which I can see really easily from over here. But from the bridge, it was a lot harder to notice, as it turns out. Alright, where were those old guys? I guess I should follow the blinking indicator on my map, huh? That would be a great place to start. I did track the correct quest, so this should work out. Yeah, this should work out. They're probably in a building, though, huh? They're probably standing right here, huh? Where was it now? I don't remember the voices I gave you. Sorry. You get new ones. Here, I thought Volcon and I could finally take a vacation and go moon gazing. But we can't very well get there if neither of us knows where it is. If I could just see a picture or something that shows the way the full moon shines on the ground there, pretty sure I'd be able to remember it then. Well, take a look at this then. Feast your eyes. I'm going to hold it really close to your face. Yeah. Look at that. Yes, that's the place. Hey, that's the spot. That's just how the cave lit up when we were baby Korons. That did the trick. I remember how to get there. It was on the west side of Lake Verona. Which would have been really useful information for me to have a minute ago. Thank you, young Hylian. I can remember it so clearly now. It was really chapping my hide not being able to remember. I feel relieved to recall it. I'm sure it wasn't easy to find. Take this as thanks from us. Oh, thank you. $100. Wow, I'm poor. I forgot I spent all my money on something. Hoo boy. No time like the present to take that trip. Now let's get a move on. Time to buckle down and prepare for the journey ahead. Sure thing. I just need another decade and then I'll be ready. That's the tray I know. Quick as always. Gorons are just built different, huh? I surely won't be ready for at least another 15 years myself. Can't leave unprepared. He's right, you know. You can't. Do you have anything else to say? Thanks to you, young man, I recalled the place I saw that moon looking very particular. My fuzzy memory around it isn't fuzzy anymore. I can't thank you enough for the help. Thank you. Well, no time like the present. Jokes about living a really long time. So speedy. 15 years. Right. Okay, cool. I think that that's all the Goron side quests. I think. I appreciate that if you stand on their stove, it actually does feel bad. Like it should, right? It should. Hey, Yunobo, I see you're still standing here deep in thought. You think of anything useful? How's the search for Zelda going? I've been trying to remember anything that might help us, but everything's hazy from when I was wearing that mask, so I've given up on trying to recall what happened then. Instead, I'm focusing on investigating anything weird. What you got? This might not have anything to do with Princess Zelda, but there's an old mine we turned into. Oh, the amusement park! Not much action. Across from Unoboko Market, south of Goron City. Location's not bad at all, but even so, business is slow. For now, I'll keep an eye on it as anything strange going on there. Plus, you know, I've invested money in it. Anyway, bye. Okay, cool. Thanks, Yunobo. I forgot about the amusement park. I guess I could check that out. You said it was south of the marketplace. Where did I... It's not Bedrock Bistro, presumably. I guess I just need to head south outside the city and see what happens. Maybe I can see signage that would point to it or something, now that they got it done. Marbled rock roast, says Crane. No marbled rock roast? That's all I need to know. You can pass. The lamps are shining bright. Earlier they were dim from that big old pile of marbled rock roast smoldering in the city center. Nobody's bringing marbled rock roast into my city ever again if I have something to say about it. That's probably a good attitude to have. Also, it would be weird if I was, you know, walking out of your city carrying marbled rock roast. I wonder what happens if... Never mind. Never mind. I was going to wonder aloud what would happen if you brought marbled rock roast into the city at this point. Like, would they actually actively attack you, or would you just be prevented entry? But, of course, when I defeated that Goma, all of the marbled rock roast vanished. Evaporated, even, so I cannot test that theory. It actually, I hadn't made the full connection. It's like I know I theorized about it, but apparently, yeah, the entire point was that the Goma, the marbled rock roast, was its flesh. Now, I don't know how it spread that much of its flesh around to have all those boulders and roasts all over the place, but, you know, I guess it grows back. Hello, Candy. Have we already talked? I feel like we have. Travelers like us gotta keep marching forward day and night. Thank goodness it's safer out here now, so we can travel at any time of day without fear. I've come from very far away to buy fire-resistant clothes in Goron City. Yeah, I got them already. My girlfriend's waiting for me back at Woodland Stable, so I'm trying to make it quick. She's always says I drag my feet, but I won't this time. Nice clothes, by the way. You look really... Wait a minute. That thing you're wearing, that's it! That's what I wanted to buy! It looks rugged and a little bit old-fashioned, if I'm being honest. But that's what makes it great! Now I know I have to buy clothes like that. Okay, cool. You do that. I will see you later. Maybe. Possibly not. Now, where's this amusement park I've heard so much about? Am I supposed to be riding the rails to get there? Maybe. You know, I hadn't actually realized that there was a main road that you could just walk up to get to Goron City. I genuinely thought when I took that minecart that I needed to take it to get to... Addison. No, Addison's not here. I already did this one. Hooray! I've already done it. Ha ha ha! Alright. So perhaps if I talk to these guys around here, they can set me straight on where I'm supposed to be going? Minecart land's that way. Well, there you go. Visit Minecart Land. That's what I'm trying to do, Doril. Anytime and any day, safety is the only way. I think you were singing a song. But a customer, welcome to you. Unoboko finally finished building the long-awaited attraction Minecart Land. I'm overseeing the maintenance so the safety's all up to snuff. Alright, what do I do? If you want to check it out, just head on down this road. Once you see the sign that says Minecart Land, go just past it and then hang a left. Have yourself a merry old time, yeah? Okay, cool. Do I have to build my own minecarts for it, out of curiosity? Like, that's been my experience so far, is that I have to build my own minecarts for everything. But if you have an amusement park, I assume you've done some of that work for us? For me? Maybe? Southern Mine. This place did seem kind of... like there wasn't much going on here the last time I came here. So... I guess that makes sense if they were planning to have an amusement park here that just didn't exist yet. I can't help but notice that there's absolutely nobody here, though. I guess maybe they're at the amusement park itself. Is this the sign in question? Minecart Land. Behold the glory. Well, somebody's here. Hi. Gorandi... Huh? Oh, it's Doma. Well, she got distracted. Hi. I heard a Goron talking about Gorondia, so I tailed him here, but, is this really Gorondia? No, right? Kind of felt like I know when I was tailing him. I mean, anyway, you slice it, this is Minecart Land. Maybe this whole rumor was a bunch of bunk to begin with. Now what do? I told my news agency I was chasing a huge lead just before I came here, and this ain't huge. I mean, it's an amusement park, which is the only one of those in the world right now, as far as I know. That's it! There's Minecart Land, the hot springs, the Unoboko stores. Whole lot of stuff to see around here. Makes you wish you had a guidebook for Goron City, huh? Maybe one written by your favorite reporter? Gonna have to update my book's title, though. How about Doma's Guide to Goron City? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do just fine. That's right. Adjust your expectations, and then nothing can go wrong. Oh, hey, it's that kid. Did you find Gorondia? How's it going? Dugby, Gorondians. Yeah. Oh, it's you. Are you following me again? You're sure pushy. I like that. So I'll let you in on a little something. It's actually a secret to everyone. Ha, he said the thing. I have discovered the home of the Gorons of old, Gorondia. Guess what else? There are Gorondians there, too. Over there? Gorondia's inside this cave. Deep inside, there's this weird, twisty spiral track. I bet you it's for a vehicle from Gorondian civilization. I mean, technically not wrong, yeah? Because, I mean, isn't Goron civilization Gorondian civilization of the future? Which means the people inside are the Gorondians who made it. Yeah? They were playing on a twisty spiral track, and it looked like fun. Next time, I'll ask if I can play with them. But you're just going to stand out here for now, huh? Okay, cool. Okay, cool, Dugby. I'm glad you found what you were looking for. It turns out that our ancestors came from an amusement park. It's amazing. Okay, I can't help but notice that you don't have a minecart on the minecart track that leads into Minecart Land, so that's a bad start. Wait a second. This feels familiar. I remember you three. What? Smiiles start with carts. Okay. Cabetta. I don't get to learn the name of the other two? I'm going to talk to the one that doesn't have a quest then. Hello, Cabetta. Oh. Baig. Is it Beige or Baig? Customer! We got a customer here! You ready, little brothers? Here we go! For morning! Heal. Till morning! Cabetta. It's Smiiles all the time. He's the only one who's good at it, though. Hey, Cabetta, what's your face doing? Get it together! My face? What about your face? Not in front of the customer, brothers. Less bickering, more smiling. Wait, did they just not understand what smiles are? Okay, let's take it from the top. Ready, and... From morning! Till morning! It Smiiles all the time. That's exactly what you said last time. Welcome to Minecart Land, where minecarts mean smiles. Brought to you by the one and only Unoboko. The rules are simple. You ride a minecart down the track, popping as many targets as you can within the time limit. You'll want to use arrows to pop the targets. Oh, and don't leave the cart or game's over. Pop 5 or more targets before the time runs out and you win. To keep things fair, you'll be riding our dear old cart. No outside carts allowed. Put the cart on the track, get in, and start smiling. And to celebrate our grand opening, your first ride is free. We'll even give you 10 arrows on the house. Hey, thanks. Cabetta, your face. You're doing it again. You're gonna scare away the customer. Look at me. You gotta smile. Like this. Please don't mind them. Now it's time to hop in the cart. This is a self-service kind of joint, so you'll be the one to put the cart on the tracks. How does that work out for your average Hylian? They just don't understand what smiles are. I mean, sure, I guess show teeth, move lips. If you don't do it normally, I guess they might... Wow, what's going on with my... There we go. Try that again. There we are. You might be led to expect that you had the right idea. All right, so if I just hop in, are we good? Yeah, we're good. Are you ready to roll? All set. Then let that game begin. Wait a second while I get all the targets set up. You're actually going to do that? Oh, of course. It makes sense because he has to say that just in case you just ran the course and then you did it again and there had to be a reason all the targets were there. Here we go! But imagine if you had to wait for him to like go out there and make new balloons every time. It'd be ridiculous. Okay. Got 1 minute to do it. Oh, they're further away than they look. 1. I missed. I sure wish I could use bullet time up here, but of course I can't. That's why I have to not use it. I can't use an outside target. Outside cart. Wow, I did a terrible job. But this does explain why this place goes in a big circle, as I observed it did last time I was here. I just didn't realize this was minecart land. So we're at 3. There's 4. There's 5. Oh, they're not far enough away that I need to make that much adjustment for gravity or whatever. We're fine here. We're fine here. This also explains that why when I brought that one minecart in here and it just sort of went around in a circle forever. This place is built to do exactly that. 9. Can I make it 10? I can. That's double the target you gave me. Is that any good? You gonna bring me back up there for free? Please do. I don't want to be down here. I did it. It's time to announce the results. Looks like you hit a total of 10 targets. He's smiling. Beige is smiling. Smile! Amazing! That makes you a winner! Oh no, I was so surprised I forgot to smile. Beige, what is going on with you? Here's your prize, offered up with the biggest of smiles. $20. Thank you. I did it. Your smile still has room to grow, but lucky for you, we've prepped a high-speed course geared towards up-and-comers. If you're interested, come talk to me instead of my brother. Okay. How are you feeling about all this, Cabetta? Are the faces scaring you? Sorry about that. They're trying to smile, really. It's just President Yunobo entrusted us with running minecart land, and they're really pumped about all this. But maybe they're a little too pumped. Talk to one of my brothers when you want to play. I know they look a little intense, but they mean well, really. Great, thank you, Cabetta. I remember these guys. These are the ones who they would set up various climbing challenges across the country, and they were always very intense about it. Except for this guy, Cabetta, who's always been agreeable about it. Anyway, Heel, let's see what you got. My game's a little different from Beige's. It's custom crafted for a slightly tougher challenge. It'll put your rapid fire shooting to the test. You in? Let me think it over. What's there to think about? Spend too long thinking, you'll miss out on all the fun. Do I have a bow designed for rapid fire shooting? Is it this one? Superior rate at fire. There we go. Falcon bow. Falcon bow. All right. I'm ready. Let's do it. So quick! Fast response time you got there. Good stuff. Let's speed through the rules. You'll hop in the cart, roll down the track, and shoot 7 targets as quick as you can. And no getting out once you're rolling. Pop all the targets within a minute 20, and you win. All the targets. To keep things fair, you'll be riding our dear old cart. No outside carts allowed. Put the minecart on track. This round's free, and I'll even throw in some arrows for maximum fun. Hey, thanks. Now go hop in the minecart for some high-speed thrills. I'm going to do a terrible job of this. I'm just going to predict that right now. This is going to go poorly. Okay, away we go. You ready for some speed? All set. And let's go! I'll get the targets ready. Okay. Time to roll! 3, 2, 1. Okay. Nah. And there. And there. Okay. This feels about the same as the last one. Oops. I missed one. But I've got a minute 20 to do this, so it doesn't seem that demanding. I did it. Heal? You hit 7! That's game! And let's hear the results. Your time for this run was 22:20. So fast! Fantastic! You cleared that course in the blink of an eye. Hang on a sec, I was so stunned I forgot to smile for you. Here's your prize, happy face and all. $50. Nice. Thank you. I did it. Quick shot course. Hooray. Is there anything left to do here? You beat both my brother's courses. You're pretty incredible, you know that? Watching you handle that minecart gave me an idea to start a course of my own. I'm going to set it up at Death Mountain. In fact, I think I'll go set it up now. Come give it a try when you can. You going to tell me where it is? Minecart Land, Death Mountain. Okay, and he's just gone. Gotcha. So where is this Minecart Land, Death Mountain? Kabet had an idea for a high difficulty minecart course on Death Mountain, no less. He said he'd be waiting at the summit of Death Mountain. I mean, he didn't say that specifically, but now I know. Oh, hey, he's at Sitsum Shrine. Well, that's really convenient, actually. Away! Oh, right, my weapon's absolutely going to catch fire when I show up, isn't it? Isn't it? I guess not. Well, that's nice anyway. Great. So presumably Kabet is up there? Presumably. There we go. Am I inside the rocks? No. The camera was just doing a thing. Alright, cool. Hey, there he is! There's my guy! Hello, Kabeta. How are you feeling? Over here! I just knew you'd come. Turning Death Mountain into a minecart course is a pretty groundbreaking idea, if I do say so myself. I was hoping it could be Minecart Land's main attraction, but the idea is so groundbreaking that I haven't drawn a single customer. Which makes you my very first. This is a super hard course, only for serious carters. And since you cleared my brother's courses, I imagine you'll take it on with a smile. You, wouldn't have come all this way if you weren't going to play, right? Oh, I'm going to play. I knew you would. The rules are simple as can be. Shoot at least 8 targets while riding the cart down Death Mountain and reach the goal within the time limit to win. You do tend to pick up a lot of speed racing down a mountain, though, so watch out for that. You'll be using my personal minecart. No other carts allowed. Put the minecart on the track, get in, and the game will begin. To celebrate your mountain climbing courage, I'll let you play for free. I'm not skimping on the arrows either. You've earned them. Thank you. Get as ready as you need to. Okay, well, I'm just going to use this bow again because the rapid drawing thing was actually pretty useful last time. So, I guess let's do this. Hit it, Kabeta. You ready to go? All set. All right, let's start the game. Just give me a minute to set the targets up. That's not what he said, but it was, you know, the intent was there. Have a good time. And off we are. Oh, it's very fast, actually. Okay, 1. I need to hit 8 targets, was it? I got 2 full minutes to do so. Okay. These first ones should be pretty easy, relatively speaking, I think. There we go. That's 4. And once it comes into range, there we go, 5. This is actually not particularly challenging so far, Kabeta. Which is nice, and all. But, you know, well, we're going to get faster quick, aren't we? Probably. But I mean, I've got my 8 targets, so now I just need to, like, make it to the bottom. Okay, here we go. No, it didn't take off like I was expecting. It's not quite a roller coaster, is it? There we go. Nice. I wonder if there will be particularly good rewards for, like, if I clear all the targets, will that make a difference? Guess we'll have to ask Kabeta when I get down there. Or I guess I'll probably have to warp back to the top. You know, given how this third thing normally works. Oh, missed. Missed. In the past, this sort of thing has been... Oh, my falcon bow is about to break. Well, I think I got all of them. I got 20. What do you think, Kabeta? Goal! Wow, your voice carries. Unless you followed me down the tracks. Time to announce the results. This time, you hit 20 targets. I didn't think anyone would be able to clear my course. I gotta say, you're incredible. Here's your prize. Goron fabric. Tough fabric bearing a Goron design. It looks like it could be used to make a paraglider in, the city where I used to live in. Hatano. Hatano. I haven't been there yet, but I'm heading that direction sort of soon. Pretty cool, huh? You should take that cloth southeast of the dye shop in Hatano Village. I'm sure they can make it even cooler.
Yeah.
We'll always be happy to welcome you back to Minecart Land. Even happier if you shock us with the highest record. I'm pretty sure I just did. Smile. Like, how can you possibly shoot more than 20 targets on this course? I think I did it. I'm pretty sure I did it. I wonder what the reward would be if you did it again. I mean, I guess I could just do it again. Gloom, avoid at all costs. Get away from it immediately and rest. Okay, yes, understood. Why is there still gloom coming out of the mountain? Are we having another blood moon? Is that what's going on? I can't even see the moon from here. So maybe not? Because the music would probably be kicking off pretty soon here. It's already 10 p.m. My falcon bow is about to break, though, is the thing. So I don't know if I should do it again right now. Whatever, do it. Whatever, do it. I've got more bows. More where that came from. I don't have another falcon bow. Look out! Now, look, it's fine.
Yeah.
You're back, all right. The course continues to be a hair too groundbreaking to attract any customers. Listen, if you made a thing next to your brothers that would take them up here instantaneously, I use teleports, but like anybody else got to work for this. But every time you turn up, it makes me think that all this grueling, strenuous labor was completely worth it. The game costs 20 rupees to play. For 50 rupees, you get 10 arrows, too. Arrow me up, I guess. I like arrows. I got arrows. It's fine. Just the game, please. All right, take some time to get prepared and climb aboard. All right. I will have to switch bows on the fly when my bow inevitably breaks on the way down. But it's probably fine, right? Listen, I just want to know what you get if you already got the Goron cloth, all right? It's probably going to be the same as last time, roughly, aside from my bow breaking in the middle of it. It's fine. I'll see you at the bottom, okay? Let's start the game! Ha! I guess I do need more arrows, huh? Oh, my bow! Oh, my bow! Okay, let's see here. Just use the Crunk contract bow, that'll be fine. Nah! It's also badly damaged. This is going well. Just imagine the concept of a person using your amusement ride and shooting arrows so hard that they break 2 bows on the way down the mountain. It's ridiculous. What the heck, Link? Nope. No! I've failed. I missed my falcon bow already. Why the Rito gotta make such good bows, huh? Why they gotta be the best in the business? I wonder if there's anywhere I can go to just, like, buy Rito bows. I'd do it. 15. Well, you know, I tried. Goal! What do you think about it? Do I get a reward? Time to announce the results. This time, you got 15 targets. I didn't think that score was possible. Goron or Hylian, I've never seen anyone handle a minecart like you. You've seen me handle it better last time. Here's your prize. $50. And that's not all. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll always be happy to welcome you back to Minecart Land. Even happier if you shock us with the highest record. I'll give you some arrows for your next attempt. Oh, thanks. That's actually pretty nice. I went through a bunch. No thanks, I'm good. It'd be great if you took another shot at my brother's courses in the Southern Mine as well. They're looking forward to seeing some new high scores. I'm guessing you just get money for doing these then? And also I got a garbage bow, which is nice, I guess. Hello, Darunia. He's gonna shot put that directly at me. Now that I look at it, that's exactly what he's gonna do, isn't he? I suppose he's probably aiming the rock for the peak of Death Mountain, which is where I am, so I guess that makes sense. Great. Okay, listen. I think now we're done with what I came to do in Goron territory. I am going to need to focus on getting arrows pretty intensely at this point because, 32. Yeah, that's not really enough for the kind of stuff I get up to. But we're going to start heading south and aim to get to that one zone where they keep saying the name of it and I never remember it. We're going to go here-ish. Here-ish? Here-ish. I got to go towards Kakariko. I don't remember where Kakariko is. But we're going there, okay? I think it's in here somewhere. It's fine. Also, I got to go to the Lost Woods at some point. We'll figure that out. I want to go to Kakariko next, though, okay? Okay, cool. Well, thank you for watching. Next time, I'm going to head for Kakariko. I'll see you then.